feed is what becomes strong. Amaya said some things you can feed are your body. Like, so what does that mean? She said, like, motivating yourself. I asked, what does that do for you? And then Ariane said that impacts your what? Your mindset. Zanai, what were you going to say? Your voice. Can you elaborate, please? Say that again. When you practice your singing, your voice becomes better. It becomes stronger. What you feed is what becomes strong. Any more examples? You're doing well without me probing y'all. Please don't have me call you out. Huh? You can feed your brain. Can you elaborate, please?
Whenever you learn something, basically making your brain bigger.
You're making your brain bigger as you're learning something. What you feed is what becomes strong. How can we turn this to be negative? Can you feed something negatively to make something negative? Like a negative strong force? Think about the the movies you watch. They have the superheroes and the what? And the villains, right? What feeds them to make them strong in their way? They're selfish. They what?
They care about themselves.
They care about they're selfish. They care about themselves. They want power. And they're feeding themselves with what word? Look, it's an N word. Huh? Negative energy. You want to roll 5th grade. They're feeding themselves with negative energy. Are they strong? Yes. Is their negative energy strong?
Yes.
Because they're feeding their negative energy with what? Negative thoughts, negativity. What you feed is what becomes strong. I said this so last night. You know I'm a weirdo. I was up, and don't you elaborate and say yes you are. But I was up at 4. I'm always waking up early, and these thoughts, popped into my mind, and it was like, dang, Jazz, what are you feeding? What are you feeding? Like, what am I feeding myself? I want to be better. I want to be effective. I want to be a better teacher. I want to be a better sister. I want to be a better person to myself because just different habits. I just want to be better. And so I'm like, what are you feeding? What are you feeding so that you can be strong in this? And sometimes I'm feeding myself negative stuff. What does that mean, Jasmine? Oh, that means sometimes I'm taking in negative words from people who love drama. We love to talk about people all the time. Okay. I'm gossiping with them. I'm taking in today I choose. I'm taking in negative thoughts about, oh my gosh, I can't believe, like I'm always complaining. And so it hit me like, okay, well, you're feeding this negative part of you. I gotta feed the positive part of me. What you feed is what becomes strong. Does anybody have an example of something that they feed that and became strong, whether it was positive or negative? Oh, I can't hear you. Your brain? What you feed is what becomes strong. Have you fed your brain something positive or negative? Positive. Be honest.
Both.
Positive? Both. We do, don't we, right? What you feed it positive? Huh? How did you feed it positively so that it can become strong? Paying attention to what, love?
When I'm learning something.
So when you're learning something, so that you can be strong in that. Why is it important to be conscious or cognizant of what we feed our brain or what we feed ourselves to become strong in it? Like, why should we be mindful of what we feed? I'm asking that question wrong. Why should we be mindful of what we feed and what becomes strong? Like, does that make sense? I'm asking it so wrong. Why should we be aware of what we feed and what we make strong? Why is that important to have, that self-awareness? So you can what? So you don't become negative. As Anaya said, I got to be careful what I'm feeding. I got to be careful of how I feed myself so that I don't become strong in what? In negativity. What you feed is what becomes strong. Say, what I feed is what becomes strong. What I feed is what becomes strong. If I feed myself with negativity, then I'm just going to become negative. But if I feed myself with positivity, if I uplift myself, then I'm feeding myself positively. Because what I feed is what becomes strong. And the choice is up to who? The choice is up to you. Awesome. Take out your notebooks if it's already out. You're going to respond. Why is it important Why I'm not writing this question down, you're just going to answer it. Why is it important to pay, sorry, these Invisalign. Why is it important to pay attention to what you feed and what becomes strong? Just answer you can write this quote on your notebook, but answer the question. Don't write the question out, just answer the question. Why is it important to pay attention to what you feed and what becomes strong? Who answered that 3 times? I'm not saying that. We'll talk about it later. You worry about yourself. What you feed will become strong. So feed yourself. Whatever. That makes no sense now? I tried it. It did. Thank you. Why is it important to be cognizant, or why is it important to be aware of what you feed and what becomes strong? You may write it down.